Hey everybody out there in YouTube land, welcome to another Dark Avengers comic book review. And with this lot of comics, we have officially reached the midway point of the summer, the end of July, going into the beginning of August, which then goes into the fall of 2010. The comic books in this review have come out the week of October, July 28th, 2010. But before we get into those, I have two comics that did not. They actually came out earlier. First one is Batman Odyssey #1, signed by Neil Adams. I forgot to mention that in the comic book review. In the past, I had already set it up on my wall of signed comics, and I completely forgot to mention it in my review. I actually got my hands on one. I'm pretty happy. I hear, it's I'm just happy. I'm just collecting those signed comics. Thank you, Midtown Comics. You guys are great with your comics, and they're very fair with their deals also. It's only about a $5 comic book for a really nice guy. And finally, Darkwing Duck #1. I got my hands on a #1. Everybody knows that Darkwing Duck #1 had sold out along with #2. I got my hands on #2, and I now have #1. So, guilty pleasure, guys. Don't worry, I won't review too much about it, but it's Darkwing Duck. Now into the week of the 28th, comic books. A comic series I am officially quitting after this issue right here. Midway Point, Black Cat, done. It's just, I've lost interest. I'm sorry, I know it's Black Cat. I know a lot of you saying, but I'm sorry, I can't get into it. Mike's probably going to get issue 2. I'm going to hang issue 1 on my wall because the cover is pretty awesome, but I'm done. I just can't get into it. I'm sorry, guys. Next, a double set. World War Hulk's Captain America vs. Wolverine #2 and Spider-Man vs. Thor #2. Basically, in Wolverine vs. Cat... Oh, you're going to scan both of them? Which one are you scanning?
The Spider-Man.
Okay, Spider-Man vs. Thor. In the end, Spider-Man and Thor team up and beat up all the hulked out people. The end. And in Wolverine vs. Captain America, Wolverine knocks out Captain America at the end of that issue. Good 2-part series, nice little fillers. Do you need them? Honestly, no. You really don't. It was okay. Now I understand why it was 2 parts and they were shipped out one right between every 2 weeks. Like one came out and then you had a week pause and then the other came out. It was okay. Uncanny X-Men 526. Continue. Now they're after Second Coming. Faith goes off and tries to instill hope in the world, and Scott Summers is trying to come back after all the Second Coming. Looks interesting. It's got its moments. The next cover doesn't look too inviting. It looks Emma Frost and Namor. I guess I'm just hopping back onto the series now. Oh, there is a second story that leads into the Children of the Avengers comic series with Magneto. Being honest, guys, it's okay. This was mostly about Hope and about Scott Summers. I'm waiting for some type of real X-Men adventure, but I guess they have to come back from the Second Coming. I heard Second Coming was amazing. I'm going to probably get the hardcover soon. But, yeah, not much happening in that X-Men title. Okay, Peter Parker #5. The Thing shows up in this comic, and there's a lot of smashing. Let's just leave it at that. There's a lot of fun times. The artwork in this comic actually is pretty good. I want to show you guys one or two pictures that really... One picture caught my eye. Love the way they did the Thing here. And I love how it says to be continued in 1 page. That made me laugh. I'm like, what do you mean to be continued? And then it said in 1 page. He actually knocked out Spidey. The artwork is very, very good. And the storyline was awesome also. As I said, Peter Parker is one of the best ongoing titles for Spider-Man nowadays. Amazing, just going downhill with Omit. That's all I'm going to say. Omit. Amazing Spider-Man. Really good. Check it out, guys. Peter Parker, one of the better Spider-Man titles out there. Wolverine Weapon X. Finally, the end of the Terminator storyline. Deathstroke, basically, in the end, decides he's taking control over his own... She doesn't kill Deathstroke in the past, first of all. Then Deathstroke says he breaks out of his control and he's like, I'm not going to kill. This is ending. And he actually helps out the rest of the Avengers and Wolverine stop the other Deathstrokes. And then he walks off. The end. Next issue it involves the fallout of Second Coming, where Wolverine looks back to his times with Nightcrawler. Looking forward to that issue. So glad the Terminator storyline is up. Wolverine Weapon X is a really good series. I wish I had grabbed it 2 stories back, because I know I missed out on the first 2 stories. Great Wolverine storyline. I would absolutely check it out, guys. It's continuing. Unlike this Wolverine title, Wolverine Origins 50, which is now officially over. Basically, Wolverine's still facing the demons of his past, so to speak. And in the end, he wins, of course. But he comes out a different person. And even Nick Fury says, you look different. He says, I feel different. And basically, it's all leading into Wolverine #1 coming out in October, I believe, where Wolverine is somehow in hell. And there's going to be a one-shot, I believe, explaining how he got there. I'm actually looking forward to all of the new Wolverine titles that are coming out. At the end of the book, they actually give you the listings of all the Wolverine titles. Wolverine 1, oh no, Wolverine 1 is September 1st. Wolverine Road to Hell is September 1st. Dark Wolverine is September 8th. And finally, X-23 #1 is September 15th. Here's the rundown for you guys. I'm going to get all those titles because I'm interested in seeing what's up. See what's going on in the Wolverine world. And catch up on Dak, and I probably will stop the Dak and Dark Wolverine series once the Wolverine first storyline is up, where he's in hell. But since they're all tied in, X-23 has me interested also, so we'll see where that goes also. I could end up stopping that after the first story arc too. But this is the end of Wolverine. I'd say absolutely pick up the last 2 parts of Wolverine Origins. It sets the stage for the new Wolverine series that's going to be starting up in a month and a half. I just hope they don't make Wolverine, they don't ruin Wolverine. He was good the way he was. If they want to change him a little bit, that's fine. Just don't destroy the character. Secret Avengers #3, the only really good Avengers title out there, in my opinion, right now. First of all, because it doesn't have the word Bendis on it, but I know a lot of Bendis fans are going to be like, oh, you're crazy, why Michael Bendis? There's no bullshit in this comic. It's all action. It's all about action. Right now the Avengers are in space. Nova's been taken over by the Crown. And this guy called the, oh god, his name escapes me, I'm sorry. Give me a second, guys. I'll actually show you the cover too. Archon tries to stop him and he can't. And basically he says somebody else is going to have to do it. And the next cover kind of says it all. I'm not going to give it away. But here's the full body cover. I know Mike already scanned the full front page, but it's a full splash of all the Secret Avengers. So, next part is the final part of the first story arc where they're going to stop Nova, and I'm excited to see what happens next. Looks like Captain America's actually going to, spoiler, put on Nova's helmet and try to stop him, or probably will stop him. Check this out. Best Avengers title out there. Love the artwork, love the storyline, action, no bullshit. There's talking, but there's no bullshitting in it. Grab it, guys. It's a great series. You're only missing out on the first 2. You can get the first 2. I've seen them on Midtown. And with that, I'm getting the finger. And with that, I finished Marvel. We'll head into DC next. So I will see you guys in the next part of this week's comic book review.